welcome back to the Barely News. I'm your host here as always, Alexis, and today we bring you a special report since we are approaching the end of this very unpredictable and exciting Oscar season. The time has come for me to deliver my predictions for this year's Academy Awards. We're gonna start off with the technical categories. Sound mixing and sound editing almost always go hand in hand, meaning that they pick the same movie for that award. And I have a hard time not seeing Star Wars The Force Awakens win because the sound was the absolute best in that film. I definitely count on that movie winning both of those two prizes off the bat. And as for visual effects, most are counting on Mad Max to sweep the night, and I think it will win a lot of awards, but I think for visual effects, Star Wars has really the upper hand here. And best song, I would have said a month ago, it would have easily had gone to Writings on the Wall for Spectre, which is an underrated song, and glad that it got nominated, but the it girl right now, Lady Gaga, is simply surging everywhere she goes, and for her to not win this for a performance, a haunting performance for the movie Till It Happens to You, is kind of unthinkable, so be on the lookout for Gaga to win her first Oscar this Sunday. Okay, and I'm really going to just sweep through these next categories like nothing because they will almost certainly go to the same movie. And these categories are Best Production Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Film Editing, Best Costume Design. All of these I will guarantee you will almost certainly go to Mad Max Fury Road. This movie is adored and beloved by the film industry. It has shown tremendous support in all of the precursors, and this one did get the most nominations, so please don't be surprised. Film editing may be one of a dark horse, and I would definitely see if maybe The Force Awakens could sneak in there, but definitely Mad Max has the front runner for all of those categories. Best cinematography, no doubt, will go to The Revenant. This definitely deserves it far and beyond. It's just a gorgeous film to look at, and the way it was filmed, the cinematography is definitely the best in that category. For original screenplay, I'm predicting right now Spotlight, and for adapted screenplay, I am predicting The Big Short. And as many of you can tell, these two movies were in contention at one point to win the Best Picture award. They still very well could win, but at this point, those chances have diminished. But because they're both big movies that were nominated for Best Picture, I think they will easily win their screenplay categories. Now for Best Original Score, you know, if it were me, and of course it's me, I would gladly give it to John Williams. I mean, this is his 50th nomination. John Williams is perhaps the most prolific music composer in the history of time as far as movie scores are concerned. And this soundtrack was just absolutely beautiful and stunning, and I know many people didn't agree with that analysis of it, but that's what I thought of it, and I loved it. But I think the industry has gotten behind, and most deservedly so, behind Ennio Morricone for his haunting score of The Hateful Eight. And as far as the award for Best Animated Feature is concerned, look, let's not go on to any false pretenses here. The dominated movie this year, obviously, is Inside Out. It would be a travesty if this movie was denied Best Animated Feature. It is simply the best Pixar movie in a long time, and probably the most ingenious, so I think the odds are safe that Inside Out will be the Best Animated Feature. Best Supporting Actress is one of the most really unpredictable this year. There's a late surge for Kate Winslet and Steve Jobs, which I can't complain because she really was a really great part of that movie. I'm really going to bet on Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl. Her performance in that movie was just tremendous, and she overshadowed Academy Award winner Eddie Redmayne, who was also nominated. She just has the gravitas. And she's a Brit, and I'll say that, so she's gonna win for Best Supporting Actress. Best Supporting Actor, come on. It's Rocky. Sylvester Stallone is going to win, and nobody can complain. This is absolutely his to lose. He deserves it. He gives a tour de force performance in Creed, probably his best performance since the first Rocky. Everybody loves him. The industry supports him. He's going to win the Best Supporting Actor. For Best Actress, it has been the same person all year long, and when you have that kind of pattern, you can't bet against her. It is Brie Larson in Room for her performance. She will win that award. And Best Actor, you people have been waiting a long time. A very long time, but I'm here to finally give you some good news. Leonardo DiCaprio will finally win his first Academy Award for his amazing performance in The Revenant. You can bet on that. It's gonna happen finally, and he absolutely deserves it. And now we move on to the final awards of the night, which are the biggest ones, and that's Best Director and Best Picture. It really just seems like Spotlight and Big Short would cancel each other out. It's hard seeing Mad Max or Martian would go to that surge. And it really just looks like The Revenant's year. It's all lining up. Leo's gonna win. He's the director in RE2 has been winning most of the guilds prior, and the movie is a box office hit, and everybody adores it. And really, it just comes down to NRE2, and it looks like the Academy really likes him. They really, really like him because he will be the first director to win 2 in a row in a long time, and perhaps this will be the first director to win 2 Best Pictures in a row for The Revenant and for director. So, it just really seems unlikely that any other picture would upset it. I still will say, be on guard for Spotlight because that is a bare-to-bone knuckles Best Picture winner. But The Revenant has momentum, it has steam, and it could win, and I'm thinking it is. So look for The Revenant to win Best Picture and Best Director. Those are my predictions for this year's Academy Awards. This will be hosted by Chris Rock, which we're all excited to see for the Oscars So White controversy. Please, we're going to have very interesting and special programming for the Oscar night, so stay tuned for the Barely News Crew. We're going to give you wall-to-wall coverage, and of course, be on the lookout for a roundup recap video as far as the Oscars are concerned. I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in. It has meant a lot to me. The Oscars are really one of the highlights of doing this for me, and it is just a pleasure to actually see who's going to win and having that kind of stake. And it's just our love of movies, really. And I want to thank all of you, really. You really pushed me to keep this going. Our love of movies really keeps us connected. So thank you. And until next time, I'm your host, Alexis. And this is the Barely News Crew, the place for all things movie news and reviews.